A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. Pushes him over. And Owen coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll take it inside the 25.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 24, Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of this caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 27, Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
3rd and 2, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Allen's first catch. Good for a first down. The Chargers at 7-2 here on the year. And they were losers last time out, but winners is 7 of 9 prior to that.
Last week they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. And they'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd and a yard, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
On first down, Justin Herbert eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And the Bears are going to have it here just past the 25. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Fields. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Fielded just inside the 20. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Here's 2nd and a yard. First carry now for Isaiah Spiller. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now a first down throw, Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
We're scoreless after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. To throw is Fields. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sidelines will talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Herbert's throwing it. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Running on first down, Eckler. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Rolling to his left. And this one too low.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
Stevies love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go, and let's see who's faster.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
53 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. this is caught. He's got a touchdown, L.A. Trey McKinney from 10 yards out. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
Throwing on 3rd down. Fields. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big pickup of 38.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Isaiah a Spiller with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Fields throwing again. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kenneth Murray.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Escaping the pressure right.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. That one goes for 8 yards. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from ball.
And now here's another interception.
And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there. And there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Once more, here's Eckler. And some room to work. A solid stiff arm.
114 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Flushed out right. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On second down, Eckler. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Chargers extend their lead yet again. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Sterling Hawkins set to kick off.
Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Chargers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. It's Eckler again, and he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Fields. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Fields. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
And the Bears first down.
On play action, Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw, Fields. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
First down, Bears.
Fields on first down. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kenneth Murray able to run him down for a loss of 18 yards, and it will be 4th down as well. Myers' kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Charger drive about to get going. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. In the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much right on the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Second down at 7.
This is a counter play. Eckler.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. The last two plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. I tell you what, I can't remember a defense.